What's up, guys? Got a pretty clean 200X build going on right now. This is a 1983. Customer is having us go through and actually restore this bike, do some fresh powder coat on the chassis. While we're doing that, upgrading the suspension components to make this thing safer and a better ride. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about what we're actually doing to this bike, because it's not every day we have this in this stage. So I'm able to actually show you what we've got going on. So it all starts with the invert front end kit. We've actually got our custom triple trees on here with CRF 150R forks. Now we went ahead and upgraded this to 10-inch front wheel. We've got the billet front hub, heavy duty axle, and going along with the CRF 150R parts, we're able to add the brakes also. So it's got upgraded brakes, some forks. We went with a tapered steering stem bearing in the head. And of course some anti-vibe handlebar mounts with the modern handlebars. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast. I'm used to talking about this stuff, so I'm kind of just rambling it off to you guys. Now I know you guys are wondering what headlight we've got. So this is our headlight kit for the 250R. It does work virtually on any three-wheeler. Got the newer 200X fender, upgraded thumb throttle. That's the front end, guys. Let's take a look at the rear end. So we've got a 200X replacement swing arm, which actually extends it. Now, doing this, we're able to actually upgrade this to all TRX 450R components. We've got TRX 450R extended axle in the rear, caliper, hubs. We've got our billet anti-fade nut with the billet protection for the disc. We've also got our billet sprocket guard. We spin around to the other side. We added a chain guide on here. Parking brake block off for the TRX caliper. And of course, this has been rebuilt, glass beaded, and installed. Now we've got a ton of other work to finish on this bike before it's done. So enjoy the footage. We're gonna go through and just start getting this bad boy together and show you guys some of the steps. Now, before we continue on, I do want to show you the gas tank. So this one was in pretty rough shape. We're actually able to pull all the dents out of it, do minimal body work on this gas tank. And I actually, luckily enough, in Tucson, Arizona, we have a painting and auto body shop across the street from us. So they did a killer paint job on this gas tank. Hopefully you guys can see it and do it justice. I'm real happy with their finish that they got on this thing. Also got a handful of parts just chilling up on top of my toolbox. But all right, guys, well, let's get into the build. Now guys, I actually forgot the most important part of this rear end. It actually fixes your chain adjusters. So from the factory, you guys have a factory adjuster up in the front here. So we actually machined some front inserts to go inside the frame and actually carry the pivot bolt right in the center and go into the TRX components in the rear. Gets rid of that goofy chain adjustment that comes on these from the factory. So we've got our heavy duty pivot bolt, we've got our aluminum inserts, and now your chain adjustment is back here, just like a 250R, just like a TRX 450R. Basically just have your pinch bolts in the back. You can rotate your carrier, get your chain adjusted really fast. This is honestly one of the easiest chain adjusters to use. That's why all of our stuff goes with the TRX 450i rear end. So yeah guys, just wanted to point that out because let's be real, as you know, the stock chain adjusters are always seized up. They don't work properly. Your rear end's generally crooked. You probably wouldn't have a chain guide on there, and your chain would be basically falling off and then putting a hole in the case. Now, one more fix for that is this cool case saver from Rob Wicks, Wicked Metal Designs. So I ended up ordering that off eBay from him, and yeah, it's a nice piece. It goes on the case right there. Our other cover actually had some damage on it, so it made sense to just put this this badass case saver on here, just in case there ever is an issue. The engine case is more protected than it would have been. And yeah guys, let's continue on. Real quick guys, now that we're at this part of the video, I've had a few questions about how to run the brake line. Now, obviously we're running an extended swing arm. It's gonna come with a longer brake line. There is gonna be a little bit differences in the way you run this line. This is an aftermarket line, so the fittings are slightly different than OEM. So I'm just gonna give you guys a rundown how I would do it. Now, generally you would face this down. On this model right here, I'd like to face this up, run it over. Now we're gonna have a cable tie right here. It's gonna hold the first grommet. The second grommet is actually gonna go through the frame on that grommet holder. We're gonna loop the line up and over and tighten it in this formation right here. This has been how we've been doing them all. We've had good luck with it. Obviously, when you put the bike together, check for clearances and all that fun stuff, but just want to give you guys a quick rundown on how I would set this 200X rear end up with the brake line. All right guys, that's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna continue on this 200X. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like 200Xs. Let me know if you own one in the past. I think these things are awesome. That's why we make a handful of parts for them, from the invert kit to the rear end. Always trying to improve as we go. Overall, I think these things are amazing once you get them built. With the stock suspension, I mean, they're a little bit soft. So if you guys plan on doing any kind of aggressive trail riding or anything like that, the invert front end is a huge upgrade. Of course, that extended swing arm gets the wheelbase stretched out a little bit. Works better for taller, heavier riders. Yeah guys, we'll see you in the next video. We'll get the rest of this thing put together.